Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha for WisdomSeekers.net, and we're already on to May 24th to the 30th, 2020 for Fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And new week. Let's see what comes up. The first card I pulled was Detach. And that's not a card I pulled for this group for a while. Well, I don't think I've ever pulled that one. I may have. But detaching is one of the things that I preach. I preach taking your time, getting to know things. I call it third-party perspective. So the first card I've got is the Eight of Pentacles, and this obviously is going to be a continuation of last week, because this card I got quite often for last week, and it is, again, we are the master craftsmen. We are working hard at our craft. We're actually doing quite well, contrary to signs. And and that's all right. With the signs say one thing, but internally it's different, because we're still cleaning up. We're still letting things go. But this is should be a better week than last week and the week before, because I get the three of cups. And the Three of Cups is celebration. So Master Craftsman is getting to celebrate. And it's about time. Oh, very interesting. So we got the Fool, and the Fool is about a brand new journey. Anything is possible. So if the road in front of you splits like that, it doesn't split like that, which means you have many more options than you had before. It also says that I would say that the turning point was reached the week before. And that's exciting news, because whether it gets easier or not, I cannot promise, because we're not here for easy. We're here to learn, and we're here to experience. Experiencing is not necessarily a tiptoe through the tulips kind of experience. The experience usually is fall down through the tulips. So I can't promise good, but I can promise that it will be easier. So what's below us is the Knight of Pentacles, and that goes along very nicely from what was happening last week. And one of the things that was happening last week was we were beginning to stand in our power without having the need to be overwhelmingly powerful towards somebody else. So I'm going to read the next three cards together. The next card is a deep change, a change that you chose. And we're going to leave, this is 10 of Swords, we're going to leave the aches and the pains and the slings and the arrows behind us. And which means that when somebody points a finger at us, we're going to go, interesting. I suspect that's just simply interesting. And Three of Pentacles, I'm going to, for this immediate future. The Three of Pentacles is that we are being acknowledged for the effort we have put into our art. And being spiritual is art. And there's no two ways about it. It's not a job. It's a life ambition, but it's an art. It's a passion. So having read the other three cards, the first three cards together, I'll read what's coming just after that together. And it appears to be very similar. Standing up for what we perceive to be ours, a change card, which is all through the week. But bringing in, when I say change cards, it was the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance card. So that's two major arcana. So this is not as sharp a a week as the week before, where almost half the cards were major arcana, but it's still important. And right now, every week is important with the ascension energy. But with the temperance, it is bringing in the old energy, not old energy, bringing in the new energy and pushing the old energy out, which is causing this week a lot less dissension than last week. And remember, as above, so below. So this is happening within your own personality. It's happening on the government level in your area, and it's happening globally, and of course in the spiritual realm. We are bringing in the sunshine at this stage. We're creating a new, and for most people, I mean, there's always levels within levels. Some people are there before, some people are there after. So that's why we want to detach and watch things from a third party perspective. Because even though it is very good, it's going to be a little bit bouncy. The energy's here, then it's there, here, then it's there, and there. And that's when you want to be grounded. When you are grounded, the energy can bounce like a tennis ball here, there, everywhere. You can watch it and not be thrown, oh my God, I can't do this. Again, that comes with detachment. So what's happening for support this week is the Six of Swords, probably the only really positive swords. And it is about your angels are there guiding you, saying it very close to where we're heading for what we want. And the Hermit is always interesting. So that's the third major arcana. But the Hermit, she's the way shower. She's the one that shows you the direction. In this case, I have been reading it as, for those who are listening, you are the way shower, and which is true with you listening to me and actually listening to what I'm saying. You are a way shower. The Seven of Cups. And yes, we're at that stage where we're at the stage where we are sort of lost in translation. We're not there and we're not here. We're sort of in the middle, and it's a very hard place to be. Be patient. Things are shifting and changing. We are going to prevail. We're going to prevail because, well, the cards say we are. We will anyhow. Nine of Pentacles, reaping the rewards for having put in the effort, which is basically a similar card to that. It's not a standstill card. It's taking a breather card. So we get to take a breather this week. And the last two cards suggest that the breather is going to be very short, because we get the Magician, which is very similar to Temperance, bringing in the energy, shaping it into a new form. And that is what we're going to be doing. And the last card is the Star, or the Goddess. And the Goddess supports. The Goddess is feminine energy, which we need a little bit more feminine energy in our society to make it work. And for those of you who are American and think, well, you've got Pelosi, she's feminine. Her energy is not feminine. So don't go by that kind of energy. You want the energy of feminine would be, well, it's a really old suggestion, so most of you wouldn't know it, would be Marlene Dietrich, or I don't know who's very feminine in this modern day. Alicia Keys?
Yeah. or Celine Dion or
some very feminine energy. But what it does, it brings a balance from the masculine and the feminine. So you don't have too much feminine, you don't have too much masculine. You have a synergy. And that is what you're looking for this week. And people who have too much male energy, they're unbalanced, very unbalanced. So this week, stay detached. It's going to be a very good week. It is going to cause a lot of emotions, but it will give you clarity of belief. And I'm not a big person on belief. I prefer knowing. But it will give you some clarity for how you feel, how you think, and what you want to do with it. So good luck on all that. And having said that, hello everybody. And another week.
Yasmin Fox starts us off with, hey, what is the next positive thing that's going to happen to me? And thank you.
Well, you're talking to me. That's positive, right? So what you asked, and it's not it's not the answer you're expecting, but this is the answer you're going to get. The next positive thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to spend a great deal of, you're going to have an episode where you feel lighthearted, you feel like laughing, and you just make, and things become a bit of a joke. Not in a joke like I'm laughing at you, but more of a, oh, that's hilarious. This is so funny. I think that I have, that sort of thing. So it's a moment of lightheartedness that's going to happen for you. And when that happens, you're going to notice that it creates a huge shift in how you think about everything. And it can happen today. It's just where you sit there and you're laughing and you're making a joke out of something. And then you suddenly realize you have a new perspective on life. And the new perspective on life is, without a doubt, will make your life so much easier than it has been, because you see things differently. Okay?
Roar asks, how does feel about me?
Who does whom?
She didn't say. I think it was a typo, but she didn't.
Okay, so somebody, so some particular person.
How do they feel about her? Rawr.
Okay. So it is a little easier for me if you have a name, even because I need to hook on to them. But let me see who they are. I think they're not quite sure about you, honestly. And it's not a bad thing. It's just they have not run into anybody quite like you. And so they're looking at you and they're thinking, well, they're thinking you're different from them. And they're not used to different from them. So they're looking askance. But at the same time, there is a curiosity there. So be patient. I wouldn't rush into anything with these people. And like I said, be patient, because they might not be what you want, honestly. I don't think their minds are quite as open as yours are. And even though you think that that's what you want, I'm not sure that's what you want. So be patient. Take time, get to know it. Be open to meeting be open to meeting people who are a little more your people. And your people are going to laugh, not at, but with, are at funny situations, but not with, but with. They'll always laugh with, not at. So you'll know your people when they laugh at the same things you do, but not at. Never at.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello, ladies. Hope you're doing well. My dad fell and hit his shoulder this weekend. Can you see it healing correctly without any problems? Thank you.
Again, I really am not a healer, and that's not my forte, but I will see what I can do. I would recommend you talk to Linda Johnson if you want good information, good healing, because she's taken courses on healing and things like that, and just leave her a donation. I'm not 100% sure. I do suspect there might be a small hairline. So make sure that if it's not, and it doesn't look like it's in the rotator cuff part. So make it sure he doesn't move it too much and doesn't pick anything up for a while. But I don't see it not healing. It might be a bit painful for a while, but I'm not even 100% sure there's a hairline fracture. I just know that it needs to be treated with kid gloves for a while. Take care of it. Don't overexert it for a while. And it as a general rule, I think that's 21 days. But at the same time, it could be just a few days. All right. So, like I said, I'm not a healer, and my kids don't even ask me what, aside from what do you think, Mom? But it should be, hot, cold. I would put on a compress, comfrey compress, if you can find comfrey, because comfrey is really good at healing. My mother used to use it all the time, and it's supposed to be good for healing bones, and it's good for it's good for what? There's a few things it's actually quite good for. But bones, it's good for healing bones, and it's good for healing muscles and aches and pains of all kind.
Next.
Yeah, we used to have a comfrey plant underneath our living room, our living room window.
In what house? Because I wasn't here.
Not this house. Way back when I was young.
Vidya Maharaj asks, hi Ian E, good day. Asking any messages from my guides. Thank you.
So your guides come and they go like this too, chin up, and they smile at you when they're doing it. So it's sort of like a family-friendly chin up. Things are fine. Things will work out fine. they do have the utmost respect for you, your guides, and they do know that you can handle a lot. So they're very so basically they're just say they're there supporting you, and you are going to do all right. And one of your guides said things they are changing, and that's about all I've got right now.
D. Sparks asks, Eliz-sha, thank you once again for being here. Will Judge Dutcher grant a stay in my court case?
Judge
Dutcher. Dutcher.
Well, yeah. He's planning on it. Unless something new comes up, he says what he said was, I think so. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's in his mind that if you ask for a stay, he will grant it. Good luck on that.
Jennifer Schwab says, I love your necklace.
Oh, yeah. Heart. Yep. I was thinking it's time to start working on hearts for next Valentine's Day.
Maria Herrera asks, hello, is there any messages from my guides? And thank you both.
So they're showing me an energy of having your feet stuck in the mud, and you having a hard time pulling your energy forward, and you feel like you're wading through a mud soup, and basically what they're trying to tell me, I think, are trying to tell you, is that don't think so much about it. Don't worry so much about it. You know, what's going to be is going to be, and you cannot change that which is how, you know, this is the way it is. You can't change it. Don't worry about it. Worry about stuff you have control over. Don't worry about stuff you don't have control over. And you don't have control over what other people think.
Miriam M. asks, hi, any messages from my guides?
So they're showing me a shoreline. And at first I assumed it was the ocean, but it might be just, it might not be, it might be something else. But it is a lake, it is water. And they're showing me that if you have a chance to go enjoy the energy of the lake or the ocean, the seashore. And it's not so much they want you to go swimming, they would like you to go. They would like you to go for a walk and breathe in the energy of the expanse of water. And this will help clear out old stuff that's stuck. And if you have to, go cry. When you get home, you don't want, you can cry outside. That's also fine. But crying is a release of energy. And and it is also very clearing. I mean, clearing, it clears out the old energy that's in your body. So feel free to cry. As I said, you may want to do it when you're home rather than than out in public. But that's it's neither here nor there. But it's time for things are changing for you, and this is how you will facilitate the change. Okay.
Moonfeather asks, I think my internet is being weird, so sorry if I double post, but I was wondering what place I'd be happy at to work. LTC, community care, or retirement, please and thank you.
The first one I think would be the one you might be happier at.
Long-term care? I'm assuming that's what LTC means.
Okay, but it does feel like she would be happier there than at the elderly. Not that either one of them is the worst place you could be. I mean, working with the elderly is quite rewarding. It just that one lit up for me. Rather, the elderly didn't light up for me. So that's what. So I would think very seriously about that one, but you would not be unhappy working with the elderly. I have friends who work with the elderly, and even with they didn't need to work with them, and they were independently wealthy, they would probably stay there working with them because they do enjoy it. So either one would work for you, but that the first one you mentioned was the one that lit up.
And she does agree it's long-term care.
Okay.
She's just worried about other staff.
Okay. Well, that's a different, because staff's always going to be a problem. Other staffers are always going to be a problem, and that's where you learn to be the screen door. You let the breeze in, and you let it keep on going. Staff-wise, it doesn't matter where you go. If there's a lesson that you're meant to learn, you're going to get it. So again, try to be the breeze. Try to be the screen door that lets the breeze go right through.
Anjali here asks, hi Eliz-sha, I have had 2 rounds of interviews, and today they called up saying they are interviewing someone else too and will give me a final response by Friday. What will their response be?
They actually haven't made up their minds yet. They like you. They like the other lady. And I'm going to give you 65% chance that you will be the one they will choose, which, because they do like you. They do like you a lot. And let me see what the other person looks like. And the other person basically is sort of very similar to you in personality. So it's almost like you're competing against yourself. So it could be interesting.
Next.
Yeah.
Lily Dulo asks, hello ladies, how are you? I have a job interview on Friday. Anything you on the cards? Thank you.
So first of all, I want to tell you that picture of your niece was hilariously cute. She's a very cute mini you. Um, the people on Friday are going to be very, very, very impressed with you and delighted with the caliber of people that they're attracting. Having said that, I can't promise you that you'll get the job, but I do know that they're very excited about about you, and they have caught the new energy, this group, so they're more likely to hire you over. Well, if you're competing against a guy, they're more likely to hire you than they would have been in the past. I know I know that they're very excited about the energy you bring with it, with the energy you bring with. So I think the potential is pretty high that uh, the energy is pretty high, or the potential is very high that this may be a job that you get and keep. But at the same time, if it's not the job, there is a job for you, and it's very soon.
Positive for Life asks, hi, may I ask what messages my guides have for me? I keep getting signs. Thank you.
Okay, let me see. So your guides are really excited. Something good is coming your way. Something that something that well, basically something you've been looking for a long time. I'm wanting in your life for a long time. It doesn't look like what you were expecting it to be, if that makes any sense, but it is what you are looking for. I'm not sure what you've been looking for, but when you look at it and you don't see, it doesn't look like the framework you're expecting. Don't walk away from it, because it is what you've been looking for.
Wanda Dean asks, hello, what does the universe want me to know with a $3.99 super chat?
Thank you very much. So they're again. It's the guides are very happy this week. They at least today, and they're showing me them being excited in a way I've never. Most guides don't get excited, honestly, and they show the energy of enthusiasm, great deal of enthusiasm. So so basically what they're telling me is it's not an event as per in the physical. It's an event that's happening interior, and it's like they're saying you've got it, and even with you're not aware that you've got a new level of understanding it. And because usually you go along and you get a aha energy, know that what you've been striving for, it's yours, and congratulations. And they're jumping up and down with joy. Like I said, very exuberant.
I'm gonna quickly jump ahead to the newest question. Erica Kelly asks, hi, Eliz-sha and host. Giving the update that Jay and I are still talking in the 8 months and 8 months now. It is the slowest get to know you relationship I've ever had. Your intuitive feelings on his sweetness towards me. He was the deer in headlights. You said not to scare away with fast energy months ago.
Okay. You want to see if he's still a deer in the headlights. He's starting to show his true personality with you now. And it's he's a little more self-assured than he was back then. He's still shy. But he's more self-assured than he was. I think he's only shy when it comes to relationships. I don't think he's shy about other things. And he's got a sort of an aw shucks kind of energy. And he really he's really appreciate the time you've taken to get to know each other. But I think it might be time to step the energy up a little bit. Slowly, but watch very carefully. He still has this tendency to, like a wild animal, to run if things are too fast. But I think you can step it up just a tiny bit.
Rar edited her question. She wants to know how Dario feels about her.
Was that they? The they?
The name that wasn't in the previous question.
So what I read for was a group energy, not a singular.
Yeah, like I said, she forgot to insert name.
Okay. He's contemplating. He's sitting there contemplating you. He's not running away, going ah. He's sitting there very calmly contemplating what it would be like to be around you and have you in his life constantly. And it's not, like I say, he's not running away. He's not scared. So at the moment, I think it's working for your benefit. So do something unexpected. Don't be too predictable. Don't be weird. Don't do something strange and weird, but do something that makes them sit back and go, oh, all right.
Okay. Jennifer Schwab says, thank you so much for the advice. I'll pass it on. He does usually heal quickly, but hopefully your suggestion will help with the healing process.
Yeah, I just know that if it's a break of any kind, it's 21 days.
Positive. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but and my pet doctor said to give my dog 30 days time for muscles to get better. And remember, he's not as young as he used to be. We heal a little slower as we age.
Positive for Life says, I want to start a business, so I feel I will be helpful for the community. Thank you.
I think that's a really good idea, and I have a feeling after all the growing pains, because there's always growing pain, you will do really well.
Janelle Baker, $5 super chat, asks, I want to work temporarily at this job. It's closed by, or should I wait?
I don't see that it's a problem, especially if it's just a temporary job. And it's always better to have a job if you want to get a job. Finding a job from a job is for some reason employees are more likely to hire you if you're already hired.
Erica Kelly says, yes, smiley face, so shy with relationships and so confident in other areas. Thank you.
Yeah, that seems like that's Dario, right?
No, that's Erica Kelly.
No, but the guy's name was Dario.
No,
Okay.
his name was Jay.
Jay. I thought I heard.
Dario is somebody else entirely.
Okay, I apologize. I'm really bad with names. Just ask my daughter, she'll tell you.
She doesn't even get mine right, and she named me.
That's true, and I was the one that named her.
No, Dario is for Rar Rar, also
Okay.
known as Mimi.
Okay. So,
And that's all. Those are all the questions. We can call it.
oh, that's pretty cool. Let me go back and. Yeah, he's got a really great smile. That's all I got. All he did was look up and smile. A sweet, sweet smile.
Champagne C asks,
Hey, Champagne.
Hey, Alicia and Elle, hope all is well. Can you do a quick check-in on Angel, please? It's been a while, but I feel his energy lingering around me recently. Thank you.
Okay. I think he'd like to touch bases with you. Believe it or not, he realizes what an ace he was to you, and that he's actually come to realize that he treated you poorly, and I wouldn't hold my breath on that guy, honestly, but at the same time, it would probably be good to hear what he has to say.
Peaches Ribia asks, hi, any messages from my guides? Thanks.
So I have a feeling, Peaches, that sometimes you're very careful about what you do in life, and your guides are suggesting that you get out there and maybe enjoy your life just a tad more than you have been. I'm not suggesting you go do anything really crazy, but let your hair down. And with letting your hair down is going for a walk along the ocean and looking at the little pools of water and looking at all the little creatures, and then do that. If you want to drink a little bit of schnapps now and then and sort of dance, do that. But allow yourself to have a little more joy in your life. You've been doing a lot, but you're not getting joy. And I'm talking about joy for yourself, not others.
Erica Kelly says, no worries about the name. I did not write his name on purpose. Huh?
Okay, because I'm really bad with names anyhow. Hello, beautiful.
Jennifer Schwab says, thank you for your time and energy, ladies. Have a wonderful day. Many blessings.
You too.
And that's it.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go have breakfast. So namaste, namasko. Tomorrow we're going to be a little bit earlier because I have an appointment at 12. So I need to be off and not in a stupefied energy. All right. Talk to you later. Take care. Have fun.
Bye, everyone.